Right, hello everyone. We have another Let's Play for you from your old friends Monday Madness. Jonathan is here, and Maddie, you haven't left.
I thought we established it was Pablo.
No, I got your name changed because it's just too confusing. Every time I you kept rummaging through my floorboards, you say Pablo, and then no, I'm Maddie now. So make your fucking mind up, man. Anyway, so you brought another game for us. What did you get this time?
So this is part 2 of Games is Art Anthology. This is Life is Strange.
By the way, that's actually going to be the playlist for you. This is going to be Games of Art Anthology.
Well, there's a third one, but like, okay, so we went from high art, now we're going to mid-brow. So this is basically stuff that everyone can enjoy, and you don't need to you don't have to go to a modern art museum to observe.
Which is probably what you do.
No, I bought paper straight from Steam. I didn't go to the Catherine Tate to buy it.
Are you certain that Steam isn't a modern art museum?
I guess in data is theory.
Okay, probably not then.
No,
Anywho,
no, it isn't.
So yes, Life is Strange. In case you're wondering, I just delete that. That was my test video. Yes, so this is an episodic game, kind of like a Telltale-esque.
Yeah, this is one of the great things about I want to say about contemporary gaming is that the point-and-click adventure of old, which had issues, we can both agree we're both fans of the genre, but we can both agree that there are certain things wrong with the way it was executed back in the 80s and 90s.
Well, of course, people were still learning how to do the thing.
Exactly. I think this is the refinement of a point-and-click adventure game, and that's pretty what we're going to be focusing mostly here on. It's just this is a fun game with great writing, great characters, a good sense of humor about itself, great atmosphere, and none of the bullshit puzzles. Because, right now, sorry to date this, but this is when, this is the same time of recording as you guys are releasing The Seventh Guest.
Yes. And
you guys have come a crop of quite a few times in that series so far.
Oh boy, yes. And believe me, viewers, there is a lot more to come when it comes to dated point-and-click adventures that have no idea what they're really doing. They're just having a stab in the dark and hoping for the best.
There was there is some bullshit, and to be fair, this is kind of a flawed story, but all the stuff that you'd have to cut out on Seventh Guest, none of it's here.
Right. Okay.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. just throw in as many references as you can. Let's just keep this as meta as possible. Anyway, just for the record, I am playing this because I've actually deliberately not found anything about this game just to stay up for this. And you obviously have played it and have given your view on it. So I'm experiencing this for the first time.
Spoilers, I will get bad.
Of course you will. Of course, I have no idea what's going on, so I could be doing something completely different, and you could be just seething with rage. Oh, hello. Sorry, just sound of thunder. Because I should stop being facetious. That this is part of the section I played through just to make sure it was working.
Yeah.
So safe to assume this is our main character.
Yeah, so this is Max Caulfield, Maxine, but she hates that name.
Right, that's a good start.
I will say that one of the things that you will have a problem with in this recording is that there's a diary for a lot of the backstory, because this is an episodic game, and obviously we're only viewing the game through one person's perspective and limited to what she's seeing in these sort of cutscene style things.
Okay.
That there's going to be a lot of text space elaboration in the diary, which we will not obviously record because that sounds boring as shit.
Yeah.
Let's just read.
Hello everyone, and welcome to a Let's Read here with your old friends Jonathan and Maddie.
So
we're reading through an actual teenager's diary. Can you smell the angst from here? So presumably, as you can tell, it's just the directional buttons for controls. Say it's very basic controls, really, is it?
Basically, if you're not playing with the gamepad, which we are not, you're going to need a mouse as well, because there's going to be some control wonk, which is one of my first issues with the game.
Yeah, case in point is the camera.
So this is a bit. So once we finish this, dream sequence, it's a dream sequence, but of course it is.
Well, thanks for spoiling that straight away. I mean, it's very obviously, because you can see from the big fucking swirling ball of shit over there that it's a nightmare.
Yeah.
Because that's the only thing that will make sense.
Yeah. So this is dream sequence, but just going back to the diary. So if there's any time where the characters would act somewhat out of what you think they would do, it usually is well established better in the diary, which again we'll skip. So anytime there is a bit of wonk, obviously I will see if I can elaborate. If not, whatever.
Yeah, you can probably give me the footnotes in that case.
Exactly.
Anyway, what's
little pieces of time? But he could be
some
talking
sort
about
of
photography,
class or
as he
something?
likely
Yep.
was.
Okay.
A photography class, to be specific.
Cool.
Oh joy.
I am okay.
From light
This is as far as I got on the test, by the
from
way.
color
So
to
this is all new to me.
Now, can you
Also,
give me an
obviously,
example of a
because this is going to be a
photographer who
game that's
perfectly
nothing
captured
but
the human
cutscene, we
condition?
are going to be talking over some dialogue. We'll try and let the game speak as much of it for itself as possible. But like, if we need to like talk over something, we
There you go,
unfortunately will.
Victoria.
But that
Why
probably will
artists?
just mean that you, yeah,
Because of
okay.
images of hopeless
So,
faces.
left-
I'll get to that in a
I feel
second,
like
but yeah,
totally
if
marked
I
by
will
the
recommend this
side
game.
of
It is,
this
for all its flaws, it's actually a
She
really
saw
good
humanity
game.
as
Right,
tortured, right?
how do I do this then? Do I
And frankly,
the
it's
arrow?
torture.
What would you first do?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm getting the line there, but
Seriously,
oh,
Vince,
it's
I could
the verb,
frame any
right?
one of you in a dark
Exactly.
Look at
That
this.
that took me a good like
How can I
10
show
minutes to
this to
figure
Mr.
out. Like
Jefferson?
again, like the controls a bit wonky
hear
in
the
this. It was
Yeah.
designed with a
now.
gamepad in mind, and honestly, that's a bit bullshit.
Ah, well. Right. So
and capture you in a moment of desperation.
this is the journal you were talking
And
about.
any one of you could do
Yeah.
that to me.
So we'll
If
just
anybody
show.
else looked at this, what would they think?
This is all the backstory you can.
Yeah,
look
this
at.
is a lot of backstory.
Yeah, we won't go through that. If you're playing this yourself, you
Isn't
can
that
obviously
too easy?
see for yourself.
Too
And if there's anything I
obvious?
should know,
I
you can
can't
let me know.
believe I still
course,
have this
yeah.
pencil case. I should upgrade to the 21st
All you
century.
really need to know is she's
like it
moved
also.
from I believe she lives her
She could've
family
taken
is in
another
Seattle
Mm.
and she's now
I have to
moved to
admit, I'm
this
not a big
place which
fan
is
of
in
her work.
Portland or near Portland,
I
sorry.
prefer
To
Robert
go
Frank.
to a boarding private school
He captured
for
the
her
essence
photography
of
class,
post-war
of
beat
which has
America.
been
And there was
mostly
honesty
paid for
about
for
the
the sake,
economic
or
conditions
at
of
least
the
sorry,
era.
college
I
itself.
believe Max has taken what you
School,
kids call
yeah,
a
school.
Right.
Just because like
dumb
she is a
word
good
for a
photographer,
wonderful
and so she got a
photographic
scholarship.
And Max.
That's pretty much all you need to know at this point.
That's the nutshell. Okay.
Of course, as you all know, the
That's
photo
a-
portrait
that is a
has been
setup, I
popular
guess.
since
Yeah.
the early
Yeah, she's a
1800s.
photography student that's moved
Your
away from home.
generation was not
Okay.
the first to use images for selfie.
I love as well, like this is the case of like of gameplay. You have to take a selfie
The
to
point
progress.
remains that the portraiture has
Well,
always
photography
been the
is going to be
last
a
photography
major
first.
component of this
As long as
game.
it's been
I can
around.
kind of get that already because this is more or less the
Now,
first
Max,
thing that we've
Since
done.
you've captured our interest
Apart
and
from
clearly want
walking
to join
with
the
a big
conversation,
ball of
can
black.
you please
That's
tell
about
us the
it.
name of the process that gave birth to the first self-portraits?
I'm guessing this is the same pathway. Nothing really there.
Yeah, pretty much.
You're
Obviously, I'm not going
to.
to lampshade too many of the decisions. This is going to be Jonathan's run.
Yes.
You
Which
either
is-
know this or not, Max. Is there
Well,
anybody
you should know
here
you have a
who
bad
knows their
haircut,
stuff?
so I can't
Louis
really.
Daguerre was a French painter who created daguerreotypes, a process that gave portraits a sharp reflective style like a mirror. Now you're totally stuck in the retro zone. Sad face.
Yep, she speaks
Very
like that.
good, Victoria.
Yeah.
The
Well,
Daguerrean
that's the
process
first one for the
brought
list
out
of murder.
fun detail in people's faces, making them extremely popular from
So
the
is there
1800s
anything else I
onward.
can do here?
The first
Just
American
Nothing really, you're
daguerreotype
just saying through the class.
self-portrait was done by
I see.
Robert Cornelius.
You can read through your bag.
You can find
There's a
out
printer.
all about him
You have a
in your
bag?
textbook
we do.
or even online.
My
And guys, don't forget the deadline to submit a photo in the
Right.
Everyday Heroes contest. I'll fly out with the winner to San Francisco, where you'll be feted by the art world. It's great exposure, and it can kickstart a career in photography. So Stella and Alyssa, get it together. Taylor, don't hide. I'm still waiting for your entry too. And yes, Max, I see you pretending not to see me.
That's because we don't like you, mate. Can you
Unfortunately, no, Max is enamored with this guy. This guy is a famous photographer.
not tell? Oh, really? As if I couldn't tell from his magnificent
Victoria
dress
doesn't waste a
sense.
second.
His
stressing out.
fantastic sense of style that says, I serve coffee on the weekends.
I'm working 2 jobs, but I'm still looking fabulous.
Yes, I own an acoustic guitar. What's wrong with that?
So I'm guessing this is just like a general thing where you just collect. Are you collecting stuff? Or
No, you don't really collect stuff. Again, like this is not like
Now I wish I
this is
was
more
there to
character
collect
focused and
this.
writing focused. Like,
what the?
Purge.
yep, you'll find out about that later.
Interesting. Well, that's backstory.
Actually, I do love that little design. Sorry, if you just go back to the note, and you'll see this with like all like pieces of
wish I
writing. So
would've
obviously,
They will tell you what it says.
yeah. So it actually gives them like proper print, just in case it's a bit too illegible because of the stylization.
Yeah. That's a bit simple.
That's a nice little design feature.
Yeah. Presentation's very good, actually. I like this.
I like this
art style.
panoramic view
Yeah,
of Blackwell.
I mean, like these guys
Everything looks so
don't
clean.
nod or Donod or however the
Donod,
hell.
I presume.
Yeah, I guess like there's no apostrophe though.
Well, it's a palindrome, so that's the idea.
But like
I presume we can interact with these characters, can we?
yep.
All right. Let's talk to this.
But I do love the art style because like, it is a really good like one for fidelity
So
over
sad and quiet
realism.
today.
Sorry, no, stylization over fidelity.
Hi, Kate.
Oh,
Because
Hi,
it just looks really pretty and like these aren't aggressively like weird looking
quiet today.
characters, but
Just
like
thinking
just
too much.
they sit in so like a form of like depiction where it's like it's not
I
real,
think
but
Victoria
you're not
has
creeped
already
out by
won
it.
the contest. As
It's really
usual.
nice.
she's got nothing on you, Max. Well, I should get going.
Yeah, me too. Talk to you later.
Sure.
It's a very I'll tell you what it is actually reminiscent of is a very Quantic Dream presentation.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
mean these guys.
It's taking a lot of nods from
Obviously
the
Blackwell spent
what I say the heavy rain kind of aspect.
Yeah.
Like the over the shoulder stuff, walking around.
Looks
Just
like
even
somebody
the
was already working on this. Cool.
okay. Sorry, just wandering around. I suppose we'll just get to the point, which is talking to this bloke.
Okay, so
Yeah.
the person you just talked to
By the way,
was
the camera
Kate.
is really fucking annoying.
Yeah.
With the mouse, that was a bad idea.
Again, it's supposed to be like control pad.
Excuse me. Mr. Jefferson, can I talk to you for a moment?
Yes. Excuse you.
No, Victoria. Excuse us. I'd never let one of photography's future stars avoid handing in her picture.
Well, that was sarcasm bottled up and fucking sold to the masses.
No, he meant that.
No,
Max is
It
actually
didn't-
apparently
Have to?
quite good.
it,
I
did,
just
it
don't
didn't
think
really
it's that big a deal.
didn't really come across that way.
I think
You're
he was
a better
more like just
photographer than
yelling
a
at Victoria, which is blonde chick whose ass you're now looking at.
I grasp
Life
that.
won't wait for you to play catch
Victoria
up. You're
is
young,
the
world is yours,
pompous
blah,
bitch
blah, blah, right?
archetype.
But
The guy you were
do
talking
have
to
a gift.
before was Kate,
You have
who
the
is a
fever to take
fundamentalist
images,
Christian, but
to
like
find
not
the
a
I
world
kind of
as
got
a
that from
way
the
you
cross, yeah.
envision.
Yeah, no, she is
Now,
hardcore
All you
Christian.
need
And
is the
Jefferson's a
courage to
hipster
share your
too.
gifts with others.
Well, kind of
what
again,
separates
it's
the
fairly
artist
obvious from the outset.
Yeah, I mean,
Like-
like character design is like fucking A+ here.
Yeah. I actually missed all that. What was that?
Every time I look at Victoria, I
Basically,
feel
she was
like
just coming
talking
up with an
smack
excuse
about
for
me.
like not having a photo and saying like she feels a bit weird submitting a photo when she doesn't like how her stuff is coming out recently.
All right.
Whoa, Mr. Jefferson is not messing around with that monster.
That's a camera,
He
love.
probably
That's
paid
actually
20
a
grand
very
for that
very
camera.
high tech
I
still
bet he gets
camera, not like a
prestige for
1990s video
But
camera.
I still dig my little
Just
instant camera.
because I made that mistake the first time
I
around.
never escaped the lighthouse here.
Oh, that's interesting. Yes, maybe that's what she was daydreaming about. Another one.
Even in pictures, the forest.
Also,
around
again,
here
like, I love the
always
fact
looks
that, like,
mysterious.
These are obviously like road scoped from other like actual photos, and yet they just really mess with sort of like the effects on these pictures, so
Man,
to give them a
he even
really
has the
like
best
surrealist
plasma
feel, which is
HDTV
really
for a class
I wouldn't say,
nice.
yeah, it's more of a
Can't wait to watch
painted
some more
feel to it.
documentaries
Yeah,
on
everything
this.
looks.
Here's the poster for the contest. Mr. Jefferson really expects me to enter. Why? I don't know if I'm ready for my 15 minutes of infamy.
Yes. All right. Right, we better head off. So.
again, I really don't like these controls.
No, it's fairly awkward. All right.
Welcome to the real world.
Cute.
Hot.
Then I might send you a special picture during class.
Because Max wants everybody to see how cute she is.
He plays it so sharp.
I need a serious timeout in the bathroom. Splash water on my face and make sure I don't look like a total loser.
Too late.
Yeah. You're already in a world where everyone is a loser. Because it's millennials. Good lord. It actually is.
It's a private school for millennials.
Fucking hell, yeah. This is if anything, this is a millennial simulator. This is it. It's just like
Oh, it'll get worse. Trust me.
this is the Mary Sue for millennials. It's like there's a button. Okay, there's my skills. There's my name. All right.
Okay, so this is a nice little scene, like just playing with the classics, like diegesis of like music coming from a notable source within the media. What you're supposed to do,
I tell you what. One thing I do actually like is
obviously we might get hit by. So if the game goes quiet for a second, we've been hit for copyright notice because this is licensed music. We apologize.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Actually, I tell you what, I could actually mute that part, so it won't be a problem.
Well, let's try and avoid not doing it. If it becomes a problem, then we'll react. If not, just leave it, because this is really good for hipster folk wank.
Yeah, well, I'm not hipster
They
folk
should
wank,
just call
so.
it a sugar machine.
Now, the whole point of this part is that, like, you go around, like you can look at all the different people. We'll skip that for now.
I noticed that. Every character you walk past did have a name, which I think is a very good touch.
Well, see, that's
Yeah.
one of the things that's one of the reasons they wanted to put this in a private school, so they wouldn't have as many students that they would need to, like,
Yeah.
personify.
But it's also an enclosed space as well.
Yeah.
They're coming across the same
Nobody
people
can
every
see my
time.
meltdown.
And, like, yeah, so it's just a good way to introduce into the superficial elements of all the people you'll be interacting with, which is a really, really nice little pacing thing.
Alright, well, you see some graffiti. I don't know, is that...
Now,
Also,
who would
watch
bother
out,
to write
bad
that
language. Fuck shit, cunt.
we already have had bad language. Alright, see what the mirror is about.
I feel like the universe is taunting me everywhere I go today. It all started with that bizarro dream in class. Am I going crazy?
Yes. I think that's the purpose of the game, presumably. Another poster. I'm just looking at everything colourful.
The last
Yeah.
time I got a flu shot, I got
No,
the
we'll be
flu.
here all day because,
Fuck you.
again, it's very, very warm colors. Like,
suppose
I could go
yeah.
into the whole thing about color correction in this game and it's how it's really well used, but I'll spare you that misery.
Yeah.
This poster must drive people to have sex.
Interesting,
Phrase.
yeah. That was a thing. That's a curious
Or do I want that to be a bumper sticker now? I twerk for Jesus.
It's Work for Jesus is a new charity drive.
I remember when somebody punked the alarm last month. At least I got out of science class for that quiz.
Ashton Kutcher was there.
Yeah.
That's a reference. 5
also-
points if you still remember that.
5 points if you remember Ashton Kutcher. Fucking drink to forget that cunt. Okay, so she's apparently having
Just
a meltdown.
relax. Stop torturing
Not
yourself.
really. She's just really stressed
You
out,
have a
Yeah.
gift.
according to her teacher.
Yeah.
And that's not her just saying that.
Now, when you say gift, is it an actual talent or?
Yeah.
Yeah. Gotcha. I think
No, he didn't just give her a
When the
present.
door closes, a window
Just
opens,
making sure.
or something like that.
When I first saw this, I remember that Scrubs episode of this
Okay,
exact
girl,
same
you
fucking
don't get
thing.
a photo op like this every day.
All right. Probably flew away just before.
Nah. She was lucky.
Now, bloke is in here.
It's cool, Nathan. Don't stress. You're okay, bro.
Oh,
Just
good. We're not the only
do the
one having
three.
meltdowns. We have a
be
stress.
This
You
is
own the
Nathan, the
If
school
I
bully.
wanted, I could blow it up. You're the boss.
We have a stress friend.
So what do
Yay!
you want?
I hope you checked the perimeter, as my step-ass would say. Now, let's talk business.
I got nothing for you.
Wrong.
Yeah, you're gonna
You
hear a
got
lot of
hella
millennials
cash.
speak.
No,
That's my
bloody hell.
family, not me.
Oh,
Business.
boo-hoo, poor little rich kid. I know you've been pumping drugs and shit to kids around here. I bet your respectable family would help me out if I went to them. Man, I can see the headlines now.
Leave them out of this bitch.
I can tell everybody Nathan Prescott is a punk ass who begs like a little girl and talks to himself.
You don't know who the fuck I am or who you're messing around with.
Right. Well, business
What
picked
are you
up.
doing?
Yep.
Come on, put that thing down.
Ever tell me what to do. I'm so sick of people trying to control me.
You are going to get in hella more trouble for this than drugs.
Nobody would ever even
Should be
lift your
shocked
punk
just for
ass
saying
with
that.
me.
No. Well, this is picked up in a hurry.
Whoa. What the fuck? How can that be? I was